to my channel. Today we are going to be taking a dive into some Christmas DIYs. Now, whenever I was planning my Christmas decorating, I always just kind of add on to what I've had in previous years. And in previous years, I've had the traditional reds and greens, a little bit of pattern, and just kind of that old-fashioned, old world Christmas feel. That is what I love here in my home. It's so nostalgic, it's very cottage and vintage vibes, and I'm all about it. So in today's video, we're going to be making some DIYs that nod to that specific style. I love adding oranges into my Christmas decor. I've also made cranberry garlands in the past, and truly just that old-fashioned nostalgic Christmas feel. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 4 different DIYs with you guys. We're going to be making an orange wreath, which is so pretty, out of dried oranges. We're also going to be making some star anise mini wreaths, or you can use these as ornaments as well. I'm going to be showing you a orange garland and some ornaments that I made for that. And I found a new item, I guess you could say, that I am so excited about, and I think it is the cutest thing ever. Very family friendly DIY, so if you have kids or grandkids, this would be perfect for them. But they are called Pomander balls. I'm sure you guys have heard of them, but this is the first year that I have ever heard of them before, and I made some of those today as well. So I'm going to be showing you how to make those, and then just for fun, I wanted to take some air dry clay and make some kind of like little trinkets, bowl filler type of thing. You can easily make these into ornaments if you wanted, but those are the DIYs that we're going to be focusing on in today's video. They're all very inexpensive and very easy. Like I had mentioned, these are also really kid-friendly in my opinion, something that you can do as a family. So without further ado, let's get to making these Christmas DIYs. Before we get started with the rest of today's video, I do want to kindly thank Wayfair for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Wayfair has their early Black Friday sales from November 10th through November 19th, with sales with up to 70% off plus free and fast shipping with orders on $35 or more. I'm so excited to share my rug with you guys. This is a rug that I've had from Wayfair for a couple of years now, and we absolutely love it. It is such a staple in our living room, and it is another Leloy and Amber Lewis rug. It's their collab that they had together, and I absolutely love it. Whenever I was styling this space and designing our living room, I wanted something that was going to be very timeless, still very vintage inspired, and just something that's overall really cozy. It has such a great pattern on it, and I also absolutely love the coloring. That is something that I've always looked for when looking for a rug. It has to have pattern and it has to have color of some sort. This rug is so soft. It is absolutely beautiful. We do have a 9x12 in our living room, and I love it so much. The coloring is great. Like I said, it has some denim in there. There's also some mauves, some greens, some ivories. It's really a great neutral piece, even though it's not neutral colors. We're able to mix and match patterns with it really nicely. I love having it every single season, and like I said, on the Wayfair's early Black Friday sales, you can get their rugs up to 70% off. Shipping is fast and it's free when you spend more than $35. So I'm so excited to be partnering with Wayfair today. Be sure to get your hands on this rug. It is so nice. I absolutely love it, and it is such a staple in our home. So again, thank you to Wayfair for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Now let's get into the rest of the video. Our first DIY is going to be an orange wreath. So I've mentioned to you guys before that I purchased my dried orange slices from Amazon. So that's exactly what I did whenever I knew I wanted to make one of these wreaths. By all means, you can get your own oranges and dry them if you would like. This is just a much easier route for me personally. So what you're going to do is take your orange slices, and in this particular bag there was about 30 slices, I believe. And you're going to just make your wreath, layer them how you plan to glue them. So this is just the orange slices and hot glue. This is very simple. So anyway, I just went ahead and placed them all how I wanted to. And I did make 3 layers. So the first layer, I put my largest orange slices down, and then simply filled in the second layer, just kind of like bridging the gaps where anything looked like it was going to be just not as smooth and just more like professional looking, I guess. So that's what I did here, just kind of layered those, and then once you get them how you would like, that's when you're going to go ahead and start hot gluing the pieces together. making the orange wreath, I did add some ribbon to the top. I also added a bow and some faux greenery that I had, and I absolutely love it. I think the coloring is gorgeous and it's just so pretty. Whenever I was looking at these online, I thought this would be so easy to make, and it really was. I told you guys about my trick where I ordered dried oranges from Amazon, and that is what I did. This was one full bag. I want to say there was 29 or 30 slices. And you guys saw in the clip that I did do 3 layers. And on the back, just to keep it a little more stable, I did end up doing one huge ring hot glue to that so it can kind of have a little more stability there. But I think it is just so pretty. I cannot wait to have this styled in my home. You can style it on hooks if you have some hooks in a kitchen or an entryway. You can also style them if you wanted to make several of these and add them to your kitchen cabinets. I think that would be so pretty. Pantry doors. You can also hang this on your front door, or probably for more of an inside look, or something that's not really super like exposed to the, you know, outdoor elements. But either way, I think this is beautiful. It screams old-fashioned Christmas to me, and I'm just all about it. On the topic of dried oranges, I wanted to show you guys a dried orange garland that I made a couple of years ago. I simply just put 2 little holes on the sides of the orange, if you guys can see here where the string is running through, and I just wove the string through the oranges. It was super simple, very inexpensive. Like I said, you can dry your own oranges, or you can take my route and you can order dried oranges. And I also have some ornaments here. So again, this is the same thing. I simply just did a little hole punch at the top and ran some ribbon through there. And then here's another one, another ornament where I just added some jute with a cinnamon stick. I absolutely love these, and I get so excited every year to bring these out and hang them on my tree. There's just something so cozy about them, and I think it's just really fun and unique. You can also just add little hooks to these. Actually, a subscriber mentioned this to me, that they will take just like the little green ornament hooks and hook them on garlands and wreaths and things like that. So if you wanted to avoid the ribbon, that's another really easy thing to do, and I'm going to be doing that this year in my Christmas decorating. Next up, we are making a star anise wreath, or with ornaments as well. This is just depending on the size that you want it to be, but this is very similar to the dried orange wreath that I made. You're simply just going to lay them out how you want them and hot glue them together. I will say this was much trickier than the oranges simply because of the shape of them, but once you got the hang of it, it was pretty easy. This is how the star anise wreath turned out. I think it is so cute. I did make mine a little bigger than an ornament size, bigger than what I would prefer for an ornament anyway on my tree, but it is just so sweet. I've seen where people have been hanging these on they've been hanging them on cutting boards in their kitchen, which I think is really cute. You could easily add greenery to this as well, kind of like I did the orange wreath. But I only hot glued 2 layers of the star anise. Unfortunately, a lot of the pieces that I ordered were broken, but I was still able to get at least one and probably a few other wreaths out of this if I wanted to. But I just think it's so cute, and it smells really good. I absolutely love it. You can also hang these on stockings if you wanted to. I think that would be a lot of fun, kind of hanging down and something a little different, like I mentioned, as ornaments, just lots of different things. But I just thought that this was precious, and I love it. It goes so well with the oranges. So you can even have them side by side. I even thought about hot gluing some of the star anise on the oranges just to add a little more texture and depth to the orange wreath. But either way, I love these. I think they are just so pretty and classic for the holiday season. This next one is something new to me, and I am obsessed with it. It is called a Pomander bowl. They used to use these many years ago whenever it was the Christmas season. They would use them for decor, but also as a perfume of sorts, more like a natural candle, if you will. You simply just poke holes in an orange and stick cloves in it. You make your own little design. As you can see here, I'm using a mini screwdriver to poke the holes. You can use whatever you want to do that. This is just what I had on hand and it worked really well. Or you can simply just stick the cloves in there as is, but I found that making little punctures was a lot easier. And yeah, this is just creative freedom. Do whatever design you want and just fill the gaps with the cloves. And then I ended up tying a ribbon at the end. This is a very kid-friendly, family-friendly project. My boys thought that this was really cool, so I'm planning on making these again a little later in the season. Pomander balls, so fun. I think they are so cool and so extremely simple. You literally just take an orange and put some cloves in it. That is it. I did end up using that tiny little screwdriver that I showed you guys in the clip to kind of make my design first. I did it both ways. One of the oranges, I ended up just pushing the cloves in without puncturing the orange first. And then the other two, I ended up using that screwdriver, and that seemed to work a lot better. You can also use a pencil, or if you have like a little needle or something like that, any of that would work. It's just a little screwdriver is what I had on hand, so that's what I used. But anyway, they are so cute. They smell absolutely amazing. Whenever I filmed that portion of today's video, it was about 3 or 4 days ago, and they're a little wonky looking now, but if you're just wanting to do something, especially like the week of Christmas, and just add a little bit of extra festive touch, I think that would be really fun. There's also a way that you can dry them to preserve them, so that way you can keep them for years to come. For our next project, we're going to be taking some air dry clay and simply rolling it out. Get your favorite Christmas cookie cutters and go ahead and make your little cuts, and then you're going to be getting some pretty napkins, whatever kind of Christmas napkins you want to use. Just make sure that they have the 2 layers so you can peel the second layer off. I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a second. But once you do that, you're going to trace these shapes onto the napkins and cut them out, and then you're going to Mod Podge them onto the clay. This can be used for ornaments if you want to put holes in them. You can also just set them around and make them just little trinket decor. That's what I'm planning to do personally. So this is just something fun that I wanted to try out. As you can see here, I already have a few made. I ended up using a Christmas napkin that had Santa Claus on it, and then I had a red plaid napkin. So this was just very much experimental, but I do think that it turned out really cute. I think that'd be really cute if I would have put the holes in them for the ornaments. And I've also seen people use these napkins on clear ornaments before and Mod Podge them on. That's a really pretty idea too. So anyway, to each their own, but I thought that this was a fun one. Last but not least, we have our air dry clay ornament slash trinket. I don't really know what you want to call it, but either way, they're really cute and I really enjoyed making them. They were a lot of fun. So here's one that I finished off for example. So this was just a star cookie cutter. You guys saw you can literally take any type of cookie cutter shape that you want. I did stars, Christmas trees, and snowflakes. And for this one, I did want to experiment. And after I let the napkin dry with the Mod Podge, I did go in with some Rub and Buff to give it just a little bit of an aged look, and you can see some of the texture on there. I also colored the edges with the Rub and Buff. But this is what it turned out looking like. I think it is so cute. This is the napkin that had the old like Santa Claus on it and just the real like old school vibe with that red. I love that. So anyways, with this one specifically, I just have it propped up next to a little bell in my hutch, and I think it looks so cute. It's just really simple, really classic. Like I said, if you wanted to make a hole in the top, you could easily turn these into ornaments, but I just wanted to do something fun. I think this would be a cool like little bowl filler if you had that with some greenery and things like that. So anyway, I had to share these as well. All right, you guys, that is everything for today's video. I hope this video gave you some old-fashioned cottage Christmas inspiration. You guys know I am here for it. I absolutely love these. They're so fun to make and they just look so pretty. I love just that nostalgic Christmas feel. It's just so fun to me. So anyways, if you guys have made any of these, let me know down below. And if you are excited to make any of these, let me know which one stood out to you the most. I really appreciate you guys being here. Stay tuned because I have tons more Christmas content coming your way. I have at least 4 more videos this month. So we're rocking and rolling. I will start rolling out my Christmas Decorate With Me videos next week. So come back here on Monday and be ready for that. And then I'm also going to be sharing a video tomorrow. We're going to be decorating my Christmas tree. So anyway, I will see you guys in my next video. Have a blessed day and I'll see you guys later. Bye.